Alright, this is part 3. I have 36 minutes on my phone. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for the clothes. Whenever I sponsor the actors with clothing, I'm not gonna have my team buy clothes online on like Amazon and all stuff. No, as you don't you might have the wrong size. You need to what? You're better off just go to a clothing store in Vancouver. The best clothing stores in Vancouver, in the mall around Vancouver. I want you visiting all those stores and finding some nice clothes for the actors to wear. Nice casual shoes, nice jean pants, nice dress shirts, and nice suits for the actors. For the woman actors, for Ariana Grande, Niall Manette, you know what I'm saying, the actor Queen Sarah. You know what I'm saying? The actor for Barry Miss and Lithius will not be featured. Yeah. Ivan, how much people we feature on the ad show? I don't know. A good like 12 actors will be featured. Not all of them can be featured, obviously. But Sirius, Cornelius, and Eli are also major characters too. But I don't know if I'll have those guys featured in the ad show. I can have them featured. Have a good like 16 actors featured and 15 actors featured in the shoot. Looking at a top-notch shoot. You see me, VJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I want to do a beach shoot. We wear our beach clothes. You know what I'm saying? And it shows me holding VJ. You know what I'm saying? You see Yvonne Jose, you see Yvonne Jose, Ariana Grande, and all of them, and Don Cheadle. Holy shit, these actors look boss. I haven't signed these stars. Yeah, you're gonna see that featured on my website, featured on the billboard in front of my building, for all of Vancouver to see, and that will be trending. As fans are guaranteed going to take pictures. Hey, look at Ivan VJ featured on the billboard in front of his building. They take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Some people post it on Twitter, and you see that trending too. Yeah, the billboard with Ivan VJ. Yeah, and you guys are gonna see it on my website. The nice picture featured. Holy shit! Picture like a digital ad. You know those digital magazine ads. Think something like that for my company. It's like a digital ad, and you see me, my wife, and the actors all featured. You have a group picture, and you have individual pictures featured around my website. I'm gonna tell the photographers, look, I want you to take a group picture with me and my wife and on all the actors, and like individual pictures with like 3-4 people at a time, 4 people. So you have all of us together, then you have individual pictures where you have 3 people in one picture, 4 people in one picture, 5 people in one picture. Those pictures get featured around the website and on the billboard in front of my building. It's something top notch. Yeah, man, top notch ad shoot. And the actors also will be doing their commercials. Commercials for my website for before the teaser trailer and extended trailer plays for the doc and the movie. You have them do some nice ad shoots for your company to make your company look more professional. Pay them for it because they're advertising your company. You pay them nice $10,000 for it, which is nice. Obviously, the first year the 17 will do the ad shoots, 2 ad shoots. Obviously. Yeah, the first year, the 17 will do 2 ad shoots. We'll do 2 ad shoots. What? The first year, obviously, with Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson and Guillermo del Toro. No, I'll have Peter Jackson and Guillermo del Toro only do one commercial though the first year, obviously, and then but the 17 will do 2 commercials. So I'll have Peter Jackson do 1 commercial. Okay, Peter, I know it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? I want to do a commercial for my company. I want a nice ad before all my trailer plays. Obviously, you want to do a commercial, Peter? Yeah, I don't mind, Ivan. Okay, you'll do a commercial. I'll do the commercial in my luxury office for my first commercial. You have a scene where I don't know. You see my secretaries. My Jon Favreau. He calls the secretaries. And then Jon Favreau was like, this guy's like, hey man, how may I help you? And then you see John is phone. They use this nice commercial. Yeah, pay them for it. And I'll pay Peter Jackson a nice $30,000 worth of commercial. Hey Peter, you want to make a nice $30,000? Yeah, sure, Ivan. Okay, do a nice commercial for my company. I'll pay you $30,000 for it. Okay, Ivan. No, I'm saying you pay Guillermo del Toro $10,000 too. For the 1 commercial, they do this nice commercial for your company, man. Like holy shit! And you guys will see the commercial. Holy shit! It's so cool. Seeing Peter Jackson and Jon Favreau all doing a commercial for Ivan's company, yeah. I'll put a good $20,000 for every commercial. So I'll have them have a green screen, a blue screen to make it to make the commercial more top notch. They do this nice high end commercial. You know those high end commercials you see on YouTube and on TV. A nice commercial like that, man. See what I'm saying? Yeah. A nice commercial like that I'm gonna do for my company. Yeah, man. That's why you have to pay. That's why I'm smart. Okay, because I'm not paying you guys Zane's actors for 2 years. I will pay you a nice $20,000 a year worth of pocket money for yourself, which is nice. It's a good deal. That way you can I can help you out a little bit. You can pay some of your bills. Yeah, Ivan, this is enough money for me to pay my expensive phone bills. My $300 a month phone bills I can pay with what? With this what? With this commercial money. Yeah. They can use the money to buy their food, their chicken salad. I pay you 20 grand, you can use that money to buy your chicken and your salad. Your protein and your salad. You see what I'm saying? As the what nutrition is gonna tell the actors and me and VJ, yeah, Ivan, make sure you eat a lot of protein and salad. Drink your protein shakes, eat a lot of protein and salad during the 6 months of training. That way you look healthy and your body looks healthy and you're in shape for the role, man. Because in the movie, Papyri, Tactius, and all them take off their shirt and all that stuff. You're gonna see me taking off my shirt in the movie. When I have sex with VJ in the movie, I'll be taking off my shirt. When Ivan Joji has sex with Ariana Grande, he has to take off his shirt in the movie. John Boyega has sex with a Zayn woman in Volume 1, the beginning of Volume 1. Yeah, he takes off his shirt. Yeah. They all take off their shirt, hence why you need to have them trained that way everyone looks jacked and ready for the role. Prep for the role. Everyone's jacked and ready for the role. See what I'm saying? You're gonna see me all jacked. Holy shit, look at Ivan all jacked for the role. Yeah, I'm jacked. They're like, holy shit, Ivan looks so hot shirtless. Yeah. Ivan Joji looks hot shirtless. John Boyega, they're all jacked. Don Cheadle also, Maramis and Cassius also have sex in the movie too. In the prologue, they have sex. When they're younger, right, they have sex with like Zayn woman and stuff. Obviously, right? Cornelius, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I want the woman working out too, because the woman also will be having. There's also the woman will also take off their clothes too. I'm not gonna have full nudes for Zayn. It's like Game of Thrones. There'll be nudity in it, but not full nudes like Game of Thrones. Not like 16 plus nudity. You see parts of the woman's breast, and you see the woman's butt, and that's it. But it's not full on nudes where you see the guy's penis on stuff like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is hardcore nudes. No, I'm not gonna have hardcore nudes like that. Partial nudes for Zanus. So you'll see some nudity, but it's partial nudes. I'm not gonna have it like crazy where you see all this stuff. That's crazy. No, have it partial nudity. Partial nudity is good. That way the actors for Zanus are comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I need them working out, because they're going to be fighting in the movie. They're also going to be taking off their shirt. There's nothing worse of an actor taking off their shirt. You see like a fat blob stomach. No, you have to have them be jacked for the role. That way they're prepped for the role. You see what I'm saying? That way they're prepped for the role. I might have Idris Elba have sex in the movie too. He has sex with Queen Sarah. After she gives birth to her son, before he leaves the walls to face Eretat, I won't spoil the story for her, he has sex with Queen Sarah. Takis the First. I can do that in the movie. Yeah, he has sex with Queen Sarah. Takis the First in the prologue. There's gonna be quite a lot of sex in Zanus, man. You have a sex scene with potential Takis the First. You have Maramis and Cassius in the prologue. They have sex. You have Tessitonius halfway through Volume 1. He has sex with a Zayn woman, obviously. And at the end of the movie, you have Cornelius, Mary, Belle, Papyri, Lithia, and Takis. They all have sex before when Eretat's approaching the walls, before the big war. That's like in a masterpiece. Imagine you have a scene, you have Eretat the Double Wolf King, he's approaching the walls, obviously. You know how Helm's Deep you have the orcs approaching the walls? And while he's doing that, Tactius and all of them know he's approaching the walls. They all make love. They all confess their love for each other, and they all make love to each other. They have crazy sex. Obviously, you get this nice like sad music. And that's why you guys are gonna cry, because what? Eretat and them all devils, and then they know they're gonna face the they know they're gonna face the Pit of Evil himself, and they all have sex together. They make love while Eretat's approaching the walls. And then they rest for a bit. They rest in their bed for a bit, obviously, to reserve their strength for battle. and Aratet ends up arriving to the walls. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil the story for you. And Tactius is in agony. Why is he in agony? Because he's about to go to war against the devil himself. And you also have Ephesus too. I don't want to spoil the story for you. See what I'm going to read the book. You have the cursed devil answers itself. You also have Aratet, who's the devil himself. You have to fool his son. Tactius knows who he's facing. He knows he's facing the devil himself. That's why he's in agony before in the gardens, before the war. He's in agony, and all his families and his friends and his southern friends, northern friends, and family, they're all watching him from afar as Tactius is in agony in the gardens. Why don't they comfort him? Because Tactius does not want to be disturbed. Again, you'll see what I mean when you look. I don't want to spoil the story. Tactius does not want to be disturbed. He's in deep stress and agony because he knows Aratet is approaching the walls, and Aratet is the devil himself. He knows the kind of person, the kind of man he's facing. Imagine you, an innocent prince. You find out later on that you're gonna fight the most horrific being in the movie, the most horrific being, a devil. You would be in agony too. Yeah, man, it's fucking scary shit. That's why it's deep shit. Yeah, Passion of Christ is deep shit, man. Sorry, Last Hope for Xehanort is deep shit. It's a deeper story than the Lord of the Rings. That's why it's better than Lord of the Rings. It's a deeper plot. As you have Tactius in agony in the garden while Aratet and his army are approaching the walls. And Tactius is in agony, man. He's in deep agony. And his family, friends are all watching from afar. What is wrong with him? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're looking at a master that I wrote, man. That's the Walking with the Ancestors chapter. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll see what I mean when you read the book. You're looking at a master that I wrote, man. End this video here soon, guys. In a good 25 minutes here. 24 minutes, I'll end the video here. I'll take my shower and I'll get my pack of smokes at the store. And I'll come back and enjoy the show. Yeah. Yeah, man, you're looking at something crazy. For the fame, man, for Xehanort. Something crazy, yeah, man. And that's why Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson will be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan wrote a masterpiece. I want to direct this movie. This is a fucking amazing story. Yeah, I want to direct this movie, yeah. They know I'm also going to put $98 million towards Xehanort. So my own money towards Xehanort. That's why Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, when they work on my movie, they're going to be happy. Because I know Peter made his $103 million in New Zealand money. That's a good deal. Free cash. I'm spoiling him with a luxury hotel stay, a luxury buffet every day. You know what I'm saying? He gets to work in my nice luxury office when we work on the script. We do the concert arts in my nice concert art room, in the special effects unit room. Yeah, something better than ILM. Remember ILM when you had the concert art room with George Lucas? They hung out all the pictures. Think of a nicer room than that. A nice fucking room, man. My idea is you have a round table and you have chairs around the table. And you have this board where you hang up all the pictures. I'm going to put money into the concert arts equipment. The best pencils for drawing, paper for drawing, for John Howe and all of them, and then also a concert art machine where you can draw animated advanced pictures. Do something like that. Something top notch, and we hang it up in the board. Yeah, it looks to be top notch. Huge house, but holy shit, Ivan, this is a nice concert room you have here. Your company's better than fucking. For Lord of the Rings, I was working in some shitty building, and you have a nice fucking building here where you do your concert arts, Ivan. For the movie, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, eh, Peter? Yeah, oh my god, it's nice. It's nice, eh, Mel? Yeah, Ivan, it's nice. Yeah, man. Fucking nice, man. Hence why I told you, Xehanort will have the best documentary, because Xehanort will be the most interesting, because we're building a fantasy world. The North, the South, the Animal Kingdom, Aratet's the king of the South, Ephesus is the king bat of the mountains. The Blood Valley is the bridge between the North and the South. When you pass the Blood from the North, you're now in the South. And you have this mist, and you're now in a different atmosphere, and you're in the South. And that's Aratet's territory. He's the king of that region. The king of the Animal Kingdom, obviously. You see what I'm saying, huh? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have Ephesus, who's the king bat of the mountain regions, the southern Gilead mountain regions. He's a king bat of that mountain, the mountains. Yeah, you look at a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing story. Takis is the prince of the north. King Takis the first is the king of the north. The human territory, right? He's the king of the north. The human kingdom, pretty much. The north is pretty much the human kingdom. The south is pretty much the animal kingdom, but the Southerns happen to live in the animal kingdom. The Southerns live in the animal in Aratat's region, the animal kingdom, and they have their own customs, their own laws. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, look at a massive bro. Think of a prehistoric advanced fantasy world better than Pandora. The world looks more natural, obviously, and something even better than Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm saying? You have Aratat, who's a king bat of the mountains. Think something like the orcs in Lord of the Rings. You have Barak, and that's where all the demon wolves live. Yeah, you look at an amazing story, man. And that's why Peter Jackson wanted to get his hands on Ivan. I want to get my hands on this story badly, man. Yeah, same as Mel Gibson. They're going to want to get their hands on my story so bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll pay Peter Jackson's $83 million, which is $103 million in New Zealand money. That's a good paycheck. So if Peter Jackson wants $100 million, I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying you $100 million. In New Zealand money, $83 million is $103 million in New Zealand money. You live in New Zealand, hence you'll make your $103 million. Peter Jackson will make his nice $54 million after taxes and his agent for the movie project, which is a lot of money. If you don't like that, if that's not good enough for you, Peter, you're more than welcome to what? To work in Hollywood. If $103 million is not good enough for you, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood. If you don't like my offer, I have it's a deal. Even though you agree you're paying me a lot of money, yes, I'm paying you $100 million for the movie, man. It's a lot of money. As directors don't make that in Hollywood. The directors don't make $100 million in Hollywood. I'm Mel Gibson, I'm going to pay him $54 million. That's good enough for him. If he doesn't like it, I'm like, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood. You don't like my offer, guys. This is my final offer. This is good enough. You see what I'm saying? It's good enough, man. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, you sound excited. Yes, I am very excited for Last of Us movie, man. You're looking at an amazing story. I'm gonna bring the world to life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The most interesting one will be the characters. I'm curious. What will all these characters look like when John Howe and all of them draw all the pictures? Okay, John Dave. Okay, John Howe and Alan Lee and the one who drew Pennywise the Clown. I want Aratat and the wolves to look something like Pennywise the Clown, except 3 times scarier. They have human features, but they also have animal features like the orcs in Lord of the Rings. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, and you tell John Howe. John Howe drew the concept art for the orcs. Okay, John Howe and Alan Lee. I want you to create the Ephesus and the bats. I want the bats looking like that devil being an Annabelle, a hybrid of that devil being an Annabelle and the boss orc in Lord of the Rings, except 3 times scarier. Okay, I was just saying yes. Ivan, are you sure 3 times scary? That's a bit too scary. No, guys, I want these people to be walking devils. That way we do just for the story. I want them looking that scary. Okay, Ivan, are you sure, Ivan? That's a bit too scary, man. That's fucking scary. Kids won't be able to watch this. Yes, I know kids won't be able to watch this. Just like kids can't watch Passion of Christ, but yet because Passion of Christ is rated R, it was a much more powerful story. If you want Zane's to be a powerful story, you have to have it rated R. You have to have Aratat be the most horrific being in movie history. You have to have him be the walking devil himself incarnate in wolf's flesh. You have to have Ephesus be the walking devil too. A devil too, obviously. But Ephesus is a minor character. He's not a major character. You see what I'm saying? Whereas Aratat is the main villain of the story. He's the main villain. Fool is the main villain. Morale, they're all the main villains of a story. I want Aratat to be the walking devil himself in wolf's flesh, man. A revolutionization of horror, guys. Yes. And because I put $400 million of my own money into special effects, all that money will be applied towards what? The mask, man. The mask the actors are going to wear. $450 million I'm going to put towards special effects, guys. $410 million around there, yeah. Towards special effects for the world building of the north and the south, all the lands, right? The forest, all that stuff, right? The world building. You also have the action sequences, top-notch action sequences. And you also have the characters. The eagles, the crows, the wild crows, obviously, and ravens. And you also have Aratat's spies, devils. Aratat's spies are also going to be creepy, too. Aratat's spies, the spies of the south. You also have the wolves. You have Aratat and all of them. And you have Ephesus and his bat army. They're all devils. You also have the cursed devil ancestors of the south. They're also what? The Curse of Answers of the South are also freaky too. And you have the Holy Answers of the North. Ivan, what do they look like? I don't know. Think something like Gandalf the White for the Holy Answers of the North. You see what I'm saying? Or think something like Gandalf. You know how Gandalf looks like holy? You know what I'm saying? He has like a white beard and all stuff. He has like a nice white robe. Think of something like that for the Holy Answers of the North. For the Cursed Devil Answer itself, think something like the what? The ring race around there. Something like that. The Witch King of Agama. Think something like that for the curse. Except they're what? They're what? They're not ring race, obviously. They're not human. I don't want to spoil the story for you. But think of demons for the wolves and the batsman and all of them. Yeah, man. They're fighting demons. Yeah. And the North is holy and the South is cursed. Remember that, guys. When you read my book, remember this. The North is holy terrain. The South is not holy terrain. The South is cursed. It's cursed. All the beings that live in the South are all cursed, except for the humans. The Southerns are not cursed. The Syrians and the Safians are not cursed. They live in the South, but they're not cursed, obviously, because they're humans. But all the wolves and the bats, the animals, all that live there, they're all cursed. Except for the animals in Cyrus. The animals in Cyrus are not cursed. It goes back to Osiris and the Safias. The animals that in Cyrus for farming and all stuff are not cursed animals. Because the Syrians live there. It goes back to Osiris and Safias. I won't spoil the story for you. But all the other wild animals are all cursed in the South. The stags have deformed faces. The wild ravens and crows are all cursed there too. They can kill humans. You know what I'm saying? They can also roam around in Xanus and all that stuff. There's a scene in Volume 3 when Lithia and Belle, they talk. They're talking, obviously, and they see a wild raven flying over Xanus. Flying across Xanus. They see a wild... Because the cursed wild ravens and wild crows can also fly around, roam around Xanus too. So they can also roam around Xanus. Why are they roaming around Xanus? Because Eretat is a devil himself. I don't want to spoil the story for you. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil the story for you. Yeah, you're looking at an amazing story that I wrote, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I talked about Sky Source, how John Fowler and all them are going to be lucky if they're hired, working for my nice Sky Source company. They're going to make their tens of millions, and they're going to what? They're going to be living that lavish life with me and VJ. Working in that nice office, being a part of all the parties, yeah. They're going to be living that amazing life, obviously. Actors for Xanus are lucky, and Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson are lucky. They're going to be a part of that Last of Xanus story. Doing the concert arts. Ivan, what's the most interesting? The most interesting is doing the concert arts with John Howe and all them, because we're going to be building the world, all the lands. John Howe and Ellie are going to be hard at work drawing a lot of pictures, man, for all these lands. The Blood Valley, you know what I'm saying? The Cyrus, Xanus, Safias, the mountains of Gilead in the south, the forest of Galathia, the Valley of the Dark, the Barak. They have to draw all that, man. And in the movie, I want to have Eretat. He lives in a huge pavilion tent, like Aslan in Narnia. Think of something like that. He has this huge tent, and he lives in a tent, obviously. But it's like a royal pavilion tent. If you read the book, I describe Eretat's tent. He lives in a royal tent, a royal pavilion tent. And he sits on a silver chair. That's like his throne. He sits on this silver chair, and what? He's the king of the south, obviously. Yeah, he looks like top notch. I got the idea of the silver chair off Narnia. Remember Narnia, the book? I read the book, The Silver Chair. Remember the book, the Silver Chair? Obviously. Yeah, I got the idea off Eretat. Eretat has this like big silver chair. He sits down on his throne. He's a king of the south. Yeah, look at an amazing story, man. Look at an amazing story. Yeah. Think of like a prehistoric fantasy world, like Pandora, like a prehistoric fantasy world like Pandora, except it's better than Pandora, and the world looks like Lord of the Rings, and Eretat's the king of the south. He's the king of the animal region, the animal kingdom. He lives in Barak, and the Saladins live in Barak too. And Eretat's the king of the south. Look at an amazing story. And Takis is the prince of the north. Yeah. Ivan, what's the plot about? The plot is pretty much the war between the two kings. You have the war. I don't want to spoil the story for you, but you have the war between the king of the north and the king of the south. It's a war. It's a clash of kings. Clash of war with the two kings. That's what the story is pretty much about. I don't want to delve into too much detail without spoiling the story for you. I don't want. There's more to the story, but I don't want to spoil the story for you guys. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say, as I don't want to spoil the story for you. And Vijay will be shocked when she realizes, Ivan, you wrote this? Ivan, you wrote this book? I'm like, yeah, Vijay, I wrote it. I'm like, oh my god, Ivan, this is the best fantasy novel I've ever read in my life. I was so entertained by your book. You know what I'm saying? This is such an amazing story, Ivan. Oh my god, Ivan, this is so good. I can't wait to play the role of Lithia, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? I love the character of Lithia, you know what I'm saying, in the book. Yeah, I love the character of Tactius, Joe, Papyri, Sirius, and Cornelius, and Eli. Yeah, and Tacitonius, and Papyri, and what? And Queen Sarah, and Lithius, and Baramis. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Look at something crazy. Yeah. Something crazy for the what? Look at something crazy for the for Zanus, man. That's why Zanus will have the best documentary out of all my documentaries. The Great Escape will have a good documentary too, but it's just us building the organizational world. That's pretty cool, but it's not as interesting as building the world of Zanus, Last of Zanus, with the North, the South, and all these demonic beings, these demonic beings in the South. It's not as good as fucking Zanus, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why Peter Jackson McGuffin, whoever's chosen, are lucky, man. They're going to be a part of that, like, $80 million budget movie, man. Because Peter Jackson's going to ask you, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards your movie, by the way? I don't know, Peter. I'll give you I don't know, Peter. How does $980 million sound? Peter's like, what, Ivan? You're giving me $980 million for my movie? I'm like, yeah, Peter. I'm giving you $980 million for your movie. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Ivan, this is like a revolutionization of technology. No movie has ever been made for this movie. This is even more money than how much The Hobbit was made for. Yeah. Ivan, what kind of cameras you want to rent? What kind of cameras you want to rent? I don't know, Peter. I want to rent the IMAX camera. Holy shit, Ivan. IMAX cameras are like the best cameras in Hollywood. Yeah, I want to rent the film ones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I also want to rent the best equipment for the cameras, the best drones in the business. Yeah, Ivan, I know all the best drones and equipment in Hollywood for the cameras. We rented all. Holy shit, Ivan, your company's better in Hollywood. Yeah. Hey, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards special effects? I don't know, Peter. $410 million. He's like, what? He's like, say that again, Ivan? I don't know, $410 million. Ivan, holy shit, that's a lot of money, man. This is better than Avatar. This is better than my Lord of the Rings movie. Lord of the Rings, you only put like 25, 30 million towards special effects. And we got a movie like that, and you're putting $410 million of your own money towards all three movies? Yes. $410 million towards all the 3 volumes of Zanus. You'll be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan. You're looking at unheard of action sequences for the war. You're looking at, if you apply all this money towards your movie, you're looking at like devils you're looking at devils on the screen, man. A revolution of horror for the wolves and bats. You're looking at unheard of action sequences better than Matrix, Lord of the Rings. You're looking at unheard of world building better than Avatar and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. You know, yeah, I know all the best companies for creating all the prosthetic masks in Hollywood. Yeah, I'll rent to get like 5 of them. And I'll have the people print the 3D prosthetic masks for all the actors and extras. Ivan, what are you thinking of for Airtel? Well, I'm thinking of something like this Annabelle picture. The actors wear this prosthetic mask and this costume. Holy shit, Ivan, that's freaky. If you put money towards that mask, the best money towards the equipment for the mask, obviously, you create a top-notch mask, and you apply that the technology of CGI towards the mask, you're looking at walking devils on the screen. Yeah, man, something scarier than even the Orc High and the Ring Race and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? But I want Airtat and them looking natural. I don't want them looking CGI, man. No. Because Peter will be like, yeah, Ivan, what if you have Airtat be full on CGI? No, I don't want Airtat to be full on CGI. I want him to look natural, like the Orcs in Lord of the Rings. That way he looks more scary. If the Orcs in Lord of the Rings were a lot scarier than the Hobbit Orcs. The Hobbit Orcs weren't that scary. You see what I'm saying? Because they were too computery and full on CGI. Whereas the Orcs in Lord of the Rings were fucking scary, man. They were scary. They were scarier. I know what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? So Airtel will look very scary, but he'll look natural. He won't look computery and CG. If you have him full on CGI, he'll be scary, obviously, but he'll look too computery and CG. Too CG. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm not a fan of full on CGI for Airtel. I'm going to be very, very shook with that. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson and America will be shocked by my company. Holy shit, your company's better than Hollywood. Yeah, Peter, I'm gonna Ivan, how much money you want to put towards sets? I don't know, $30 million towards sets. He's like, what? $30 million towards sets? I'm like, yeah. Ivan, that's crazy. For Lord of the Rings, you only had like $2-3 million budget for sets. And you're putting like $30 million towards building all the sets? Yes. Ivan, we can build unheard of sets with that kind of money. Nice fucking sets, yeah. Build nice top quality sets that way your world looks natural, not wet. Not computer. I'm gonna check my camera here.